Hello, YouTube. More importantly, good evening, collective. It is May 31st, 2025. And I wanted to come here and talk. I don't know how to set up my live so that I don't even know if I'm allowed to go live right now. But I wanted to set something up with that so that I could answer some questions for you all. But I really have got things are really messed up in my YouTube channel. There's a lot of missing videos. It's a Swiss cheese at this point in time. It's been up for grabs for a couple of years now, and people did grab it and snatch it. And that's them. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, they have stolen some of my artwork, some of my ideas, but I don't give up at all, because I do walk and am guided by the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I really am. I am a very kind person, but don't mistake it for weakness, because it's not. I do understand a lot of things about people and some of the situations that they unknowingly get themselves into, especially when it comes to spirituality. We go through our lives committing sins, and we're not aware of cardinal sins or 7 deadly sins. We're usually taught the 10 Commandments, and it doesn't really go beyond that in most settings in the USA. Okay, I'm going to put it that way. I'm sure that there are some where it may go a bit further. But as for like Christianity, that's about as far as it goes. There are certain aspects that they don't teach you, and you are expected to have faith in God and follow Him. If you know that you have spiritual gifts, you should get with the Father. And the reason why is because what you do with your gifts while you're in the third dimension is judged. It's judged. How you use them, how you abuse them, how you use and abuse authority. We're generally, those of us that are very spiritually aware of our spiritual gifts, are put into certain scenarios to not only test us, but to show us what we need to be looking for when we're doing a reading on a person. My throat has been messed up for the last year, and I have been struggling with speaking, and I mean struggling where I couldn't even speak for a while there. I am going to answer this. I use other people's videos to try to describe what's happening in real time to me, but I realize there's probably only one little piece or two little pieces in the videos that I show, but they also show other aspects of spirituality. Because in all honesty, you're presented with a variety of scenarios. And what you have to take from it is that you have to go into these scenarios with a grain of salt. You have to go into them knowing that the Holy Spirit has got your back. Okay, you have to have discipline over your emotions. You can't just get pissed off. You are learning to find peace even within chaos. You're learning to find peace even when your husband leaves you and goes off with another woman and it's your best friend. You can choose not to get violent. You can choose to have peace in your mind, body, and soul. And you can choose to not allow anybody to force you to feel any kind of way they want you to feel. See, when people get into your emotions, they're in your head. And they're trying to run you for their nefarious purposes. So most of my spiritual journey, I've been in a battle with my own self, my own dark shadows, and the things that I've done. But there have been plenty of outside demons who honestly didn't contribute to any of that at all. Like these days, the demons don't come here hunting for me. They hang around waiting for my enemies to show up. It's weird. And the angels are surrounding me, but these demons are out here waiting for all my enemies to turn up, because apparently many of them decided to spend a lot to have them come here. Apparently. I don't know how that works, and I don't want to know. What I do know is that I've been through a lot, and I do mean a lot. More than anyone should ever have to go through. My children were hurt. My grandkids. Like, they hear the rumors. And there are plenty of them out there about me. You know, the worst thing about all of this, though, is that I was accused in YouTube, in my own community, of a lot of things. But the whole time, I was trying to call the police department here to file an identity theft, because you have to have proof of this for Social Security purposes. Okay? They didn't come and help me at all. They didn't have a single question for me. But they were willing to believe anybody that called them and made a complaint about me without asking me a question of any kind. None of my friends or enemies asked me if these rumors were true. Everybody assumed they were all true and we should just take her out. And if that is your answer, you're definitely not walking in blind faith with God. I too, once upon a time, got in big trouble with my spirituality and my spiritual gifts. It's why I'm here right now. Okay? And the only way that I could get out is to be sat down by God Himself, told what I can and cannot do with my spiritual gifts, and then He sat here and trained me by Himself, mind you, and my spiritual team for the last 10 years, while my enemies were spiritually attacking me. And believe you me, people, this hurt me in the physical, in the spiritual, and in my soul. I have holes in my soul I'm still trying to repair. These people targeted my health, my heart, my organs. Like, they were not fucking around here. And, you know, by the grace of God, I want you to know that I'm absolutely a walking miracle and a walking testimony that there is a God above all of us. He's very real, because I should be dead. And even I know this. And anybody in this town that grew up with me, you know too that I should be dead. And I am not. Now some people are going to have to backtrack on what they said. The adults over here that were screwing with my kids in their heads, and somebody here gave my daughter a brain tumor because she was fighting them in her mind to the point of a brain tumor, because it doesn't run in the family. It just doesn't. I don't know everything about the family that is doing this, okay? They did not raise me. I met them when I was 23 years old. My youngest daughter was 6 months old. When I met these people, it felt like I had just walked into a dark alley and I was about to get jumped by an entire gang and I was all alone. That's what it felt like when I met them. It was terrifying, and that was Sue and Lita and all that. There's many different aspects to this story, and it's hard to describe it all in one video. So I tried to do it in real time as it was happening, and those videos were taken. They were distorted. They were not in the order that I made them. Like, whoever did that, you're an idiot. Okay? Because no matter what, I'm writing a book, and I have details to my own story that you can never have. Okay? And you could never, ever write a book more personal and truer than my own, okay? I know my own personal history in all of this. And this had so many twists and turns. It's incredible. Really, it is. The level of absolute positive fuckery right in front of my face and in my eyes. I can see you doing this to me. Whether you know it or not, I don't care. I'm with God every single night because I found out that in my dreams, at one point in time, some voodoo practitioner was dragging me around in the spirit world performing voodoo using my energy. You know, I'm not willing to go to prison for what other people do because they knocked me out and I can't remember what they did to me while I was asleep in my bed. Should have been dreaming, but cannot dream. Okay? I can't. So I go to God and He fixes it. It's as simple as that for me. Okay? I don't need to go to a graveyard to do this. I don't need to go to a church to talk to God. I don't need to go to a synagogue to talk to God. I need to sit down in the privacy of my own room and be still and listen to Him. Because that's the only thing that saved my life. And I'm very, very, very grateful to Him. And I understand the profoundness of all of this in my story. It is very profound. The journey itself was so intense at times. I didn't even know if the roller coaster was going to ride right off the rails and into freaking a black hole. I mean, there were times where I absolutely felt that happening to me. Because of all the portals that were opening up. I just couldn't tell. They were opening up gateways, portals, you name it. Like, this was incredibly irresponsible, completely and totally, when it comes to your spiritual gifts. You know, I had to sit down and think about my own spiritual gifts and all of this. And I made one decision, and that's, you know what, I'm just going to let go and let God with that. I'd rather not go to hell. I'd rather not be in hell on earth. I'd rather just be by His side and Him know every single thing that's happening to me so that He can help me deal with it. And I can remain in peace and try to find some happiness, if not within other people, but within myself. And when I find that, I can be in peace no matter what, no matter where, no matter what circumstance. No matter. I can still be that. I was told by Mother Mary once, let me describe it like this to you, Michelle. You're going to become the calm and the peace in the eye of the storm. And you're going to be calm. And every wind and tornado is coming at you. But you're going to be in peace. And when she put it to me that way, I started working on meditation all night long while I slept, because I'm not one that can just sit down for an hour and listen, you know, to somebody talk me into sleep or music. Like, no, it doesn't work that way for me. I'm a bit hyper, and a lot of people are. I put it on at night, and I do it all night long, and I look for things that Spirit tells me to look for, like clean your chakras out, detox your aura. They have you in, you know, shit jars, and so on and so forth. So that's what I listen to at night to try to clean the aura up. I do take spiritual baths on a regular basis. My skin's peeling off from all the salt. For real. It's just gotten to be so much. I want to do my readings. And my daughter would like to start doing her readings as well. Because I have a daughter in this as well. And I have an older daughter. My older daughter doesn't. She's got a lot on her plate. She's got 2 brand new grandkids. So she's dealing with that right now. But my youngest daughter, she's learning the cards right now. And she's doing great. I am the type of mother that supports my daughter. I love to see her excel in her spiritual gifts and in her life. My daughters are good people. They're good mothers. And they have not, by any stretch of this, had a good life at all. We've all lived in poverty. We've all had to work very, very fucking hard, blood, sweat, and tears, just to have the little bit that we do have. And we are very grateful for it, because we know we don't have to have anything at all if God doesn't want us to. God bless you.